Hello, and welcome. Welcome back to Daily English Whisper. This is your calm space. A place where you can slow down, breathe, and practice English in a real, human way. My name is Alex. And I'm really glad you are here with me today. In today's episode, we are focusing on English for daily life. This is a slow listening and shadowing session designed for real-world practice. English you can use outside of lessons. English you can use in normal situations. English you can use every day. This episode will help you understand spoken English more clearly. It will help you speak with more ease. And it will help you feel more comfortable using English in real life, not just in your head. Many learners feel something like this. I understand English when I listen. But when I need to speak, I feel stuck. I know the words, but they don't come out. Or maybe you think, I can use English in class, but not in real life. I feel nervous when I talk to people. I'm afraid of pauses and mistakes. If any of these thoughts sound familiar, you are not alone. This is one of the most common struggles for learners at your stage. You already understand a lot. You already have a base. But real-world English feels different. It feels faster. It feels less clear. It feels unpredictable. And many people believe a few myths about this. Some people think, I need to speak perfectly before I talk to real people. That is not true. Others think, I need to learn more grammar first. That is also not true. And some people think, I will never feel confident speaking English in daily life. That is definitely not true. Confidence does not come before practice. Confidence comes from practice. And not from big, stressful practice. From small, daily, realistic practice. This brings us to the central idea of today's episode. Real-world English grows when you practice it in simple, everyday moments. Not in special situations. Not only in lessons. But in daily life. English for daily life is about simple things. Talking about your day. Understanding short conversations. Listening to instructions. Responding with clear, simple sentences. And that is exactly what we will work on today. In this episode, you will listen to clear, natural English. You will repeat short, useful sentences. And you will practice shadowing in a calm, supportive way. You don't need to write anything down. You don't need to pause all the time. Just listen. Just follow. And repeat when you feel ready. As always here on Daily English Whisper, I will speak slowly and clearly. I will repeat ideas naturally. And I will guide you step by step. You don't need to understand everything. You don't need to be perfect. You only need to stay with me. In the next part, we will talk about the key technique behind today's session. And why listening and shadowing are so powerful for real-world English. Take a deep breath. Relax your jaw. This time is for you. Now, let's talk about the key technique we will use today. This technique is the heart of real-world English practice. I want to start with a simple question. Why is it hard to use English in daily life, even when you understand it? One big reason is this: most people learn English with their eyes. They read, they study, they think. But real life does not give you time to think. Real life gives you sounds. So today, we focus on listening and shadowing. Listening helps your ears. Shadowing helps your mouth. Together, they help English move from knowledge to action. So what is shadowing? Shadowing means you listen to a sentence, and then you repeat it as you hear it. You don't stop to translate. You don't fix every mistake. You follow the rhythm. You follow the sound. Like a shadow follows a person. This technique is very powerful for learners at your stage, because you already know many words. Now, you need flow. You need timing. You need confidence. Shadowing trains all of this at the same time. Here is how we will use it today. First, you listen. Then, when you hear a clear, useful sentence, you repeat it once or twice. That's it. You don't repeat everything. You choose moments. This keeps your mind relaxed. Let's try a short practice together. Listen first. I use English in my daily life. Now, repeat after me slowly. You can say it with me. I use English in my daily life. Good. Again, a little more natural. I use English in my daily life. Very nice. Notice how this sentence feels in your mouth. Notice the rhythm. Now, let's try another one. Listen. I want to speak more confidently. Repeat after me. I want to speak more confidently. Good. Again. I want to speak more confidently. Excellent. If your pronunciation is not perfect, that is okay. Perfect is not the goal. The goal is familiarity. When your mouth feels familiar with English, speaking becomes easier in real situations. And here is something very important. You do not need to understand every word to improve. Your brain learns patterns first. Meaning becomes clearer later. This is how children learn. And this is how adults can learn too. Listening and shadowing work best when they become a small daily habit. 5 minutes. 10 minutes. Not more. Short, calm practice is better than long, stressful practice. In the next part, we will talk about the main real-world problem that many learners face, and how daily listening and shadowing can help solve it. Stay with me. You are doing very well. Now, let's talk about the main problem. This is the problem that almost every learner faces when they try to use English in real life. You may recognize this feeling. You understand English when you listen. You understand videos, podcasts, or lessons. But when a real situation appears, your mind becomes slow. You think, I know this word, but I can't say it. I need more time. I feel nervous. Some learners say things like, I freeze when someone talks to me. I answer in my head, but not out loud. I switch back to my language because it's easier. If this is your experience, I want you to hear this clearly. There is nothing wrong with you. This is not a lack of intelligence. This is not a lack of vocabulary. This is a lack of real-world practice. Most English learning happens in safe, controlled spaces. But real life is not controlled. Real life is messy. People speak quickly. Situations change. That is why today's focus is so important. We are not practicing perfect English. We are practicing usable English. English you can use at the store. English you can use at work. English you can use with neighbors, co-workers, and strangers. And the good news is this. You don't need to practice everything. You don't need to prepare for every situation. You only need a few simple ways to bring English into your daily life. In this episode, I will guide you through several easy, realistic ways to practice real-world English every day. These ways do not take much time. They do not need special tools. They work even if you feel shy or tired. We will use listening. We will use shadowing. And we will use simple speaking connected to real situations. Before we continue, let me say something gently. If this episode feels helpful, if it feels practical and real, you can like this video and keep listening. That small action helps this kind of learning reach more people who feel exactly like you. Now, take a calm breath. In the next part, we will start with the first daily way to practice real-world English in a natural, low-pressure way. Let's continue together. Now, let's begin with the first daily way to practice real-world English. This is way number 1. Way number 1 is this: listen to English during real daily moments. This way is the foundation of real-life English. Many learners only listen to English when they sit down to study. But in real life, English appears when you are doing something else. So we practice in the same way. You listen while you live. Imagine a normal day. You are walking outside. You are going to work. You are waiting in line. You are cooking at home. These moments are perfect for English listening. You don't stop what you are doing. You don't force your focus. You simply let English play in the background. This helps your brain get used to real rhythm and flow, the kind you hear outside the classroom. Now, let's practice together. Listen to this sentence. I hear English in my daily life. Now, repeat after me slowly. You can repeat this sentence. I hear English in my daily life. Good. Again, calmly. I hear English in my daily life. Very nice. This sentence is not special, but it is real. Now imagine you are outside. You can say, I am walking. I am waiting. I am listening. Let's try one. Repeat after me. I am listening. Good. Again. I am listening. Excellent. This way works because your brain learns best when English is connected to movement and routine. You don't feel pressure. You don't feel tired. English becomes part of the environment. And remember, you don't need to understand everything. Even passive listening helps you recognize sounds, common phrases, and natural speed. Some days you will focus more. Some days you will focus less. Both are okay. The important thing is this: you are exposing yourself to real English every day. Even a few minutes matter. Even imperfect listening helps. You are building familiarity. And familiarity leads to confidence. In the next part, we will move to the second daily way. This one will help you move from listening to speaking naturally in real situations. Stay with me. You're doing great. Now, let's move to the second daily way to practice real-world English. This is way number 2. Way number 2 is this: repeat short, useful sentences you can really use. This is where listening becomes action. Many learners listen a lot, but they don't repeat. And when you don't repeat, your mouth does not learn the movement. Real-world speaking is not about long speeches. It is about short, clear sentences. So today, we focus on sentences you can use every day. Let's practice together. Listen first. I'm on my way. Now, repeat after me slowly. You can repeat this sentence. I'm on my way. Good. Again, a little more natural. I'm on my way. Very nice. This is a real-world sentence. You can use it at work. You can use it with friends. You can use it on the phone. Now, listen to another one. I'll be there in a minute. Repeat after me. I'll be there in a minute. Good. Again. I'll be there in a minute. Excellent. Notice something. These sentences are short. They are common. They sound natural. This is the kind of English you need in daily life. Now, imagine a real situation. You are late. Someone asks you where you are. You don't need a perfect sentence. You only need something clear. I'm on my way. That is enough. Let's try one more. Listen. Give me a second. Repeat after me. Give me a second. Good. Again. Give me a second. Very good. When you repeat sentences like this many times, they become automatic. You stop translating. You stop thinking. They come out naturally. This is how you build real-world speaking confidence. You don't practice everything. You practice what matters. Even repeating 2 or 3 sentences a day helps. And remember, you don't need to sound perfect. You need to sound understandable. That is real communication. In the next part, we will move to another daily way. This one will help you respond in real situations, not just repeat. Let's continue. Now, let's move to the third daily way to practice real-world English. This is way number 3. Way number 3 is this: practice short responses, not perfect sentences. This is very important for real life. In daily situations, people do not wait for long answers. they expect short, clear responses. Many learners freeze because they think, I need a full sentence. I need perfect grammar. But real English does not work like that. In real life, simple responses are normal. Let's practice together. Listen first. Yes, that's fine. Now, repeat after me slowly. You can repeat this sentence. Yes, that's fine. Good. Again, naturally. Yes, that's fine. Very nice. This sentence is powerful because you can use it everywhere. At work. At a store. At home. Now, listen to another one. Not right now. Repeat after me. Not right now. Good. Again. Not right now. Excellent. This is real-world English. Short. Clear. Natural. Now imagine a situation. Someone asks you a question. You don't know all the words. You feel pressure. You can still respond. You can say, I'm not sure. I think so. Maybe. Let's try one. Repeat after me. I'm not sure. Good. Again. I'm not sure. Very good. These small responses help you stay in English. They buy you time. They reduce stress. And when stress goes down, your English comes out more easily. This way works especially well for learners who already understand English, but feel nervous speaking in real situations. You don't need long answers. You need useful reactions. Now, I want to pause for a moment. Which of these ways feels most helpful for you so far? Listening during daily moments? Repeating useful sentences? Or practicing short responses? If you want, you can leave a simple comment with one word, like listening, repeating, or responding. That small action helps others feel less alone. And it helps this kind of calm, real learning grow. And please stay with me until the end, because the final parts will help you turn these skills into daily habits that feel natural and automatic. In the next part, we will move to the final main way. This one connects English directly to your real-life actions. Let's continue together. Now, let's move to the final main way to practice real-world English. This is way number 4. Way number 4 is this: use English to describe what you are doing and what is happening around you. This way connects English directly to real life. Not to exercises. Not to lessons. To reality. Many learners wait for a conversation to practice speaking. But conversations do not happen all the time. Life, however, is always happening. And that is where English can live. Let's imagine a normal moment. You are walking outside. You are at work. You are at home. You can quietly say what is happening. For example, I'm opening the door. I'm sending an email. I'm making lunch. Let's practice together. Listen first. I'm opening the door. Now, repeat after me slowly. You can repeat this sentence. I'm opening the door. Good. Again. I'm opening the door. Very nice. Now listen to this one. I'm working on my computer. Repeat after me. I'm working on my computer. Good. Again. I'm working on my computer. Excellent. These sentences are not impressive, but they are powerful. Why? Because they train your brain to think in English while you live. You are not stopping your life to practice. You are practicing inside your life. Now, let's add feelings. Real-world English is not only actions. It is also reactions. You can say things like, I'm tired. I'm busy. I'm ready. Let's try one. Repeat after me. I'm busy right now. Good. Again. I'm busy right now. Very good. This way works because it builds automatic English. You don't plan the sentence. You don't translate. You react. And reacting is what real conversations need. Now, this final way can become even more effective when you break it into very small habits. In the next part, I will show you how to turn this way into tiny daily actions that fit into any schedule. Stay with me. You're doing really well. Now, let's take this last way and make it easy to use every day. We said that using English to describe what you are doing is a powerful real-world skill. Now, we turn that idea into very small daily habits that fit naturally into your life. These habits do not need extra time. They use moments you already have. Let's start gently. The first small habit is naming one action. During the day, you choose one moment and say one sentence in English. For example, when you start something, you can say, I'm starting work. I'm making lunch. I'm getting ready. Let's practice one together. Repeat after me slowly. I'm starting work. Good. Again. I'm starting work. Very nice. That is one sentence. That is enough. Now, the second small habit. This one is reacting to small situations. Something happens, and you react in English. For example, if something is easy, you can say, that's easy. If something is annoying, you can say, that's annoying. Let's practice one. Repeat after me. That's easy. Good. Again. That's easy. Excellent. These reactions are very common in real life. And when you use them, English feels alive. Now, the third small habit. This one is asking yourself a simple question. Questions help your brain stay active in English. You can ask yourself things like, what am I doing now? What do I need next? How do I feel? Let's try one. Repeat after me. What am I doing now? Good. Again. What am I doing now? Very good. Now, the fourth small habit. This one is short shadowing with real-life sentences. You hear a sentence in English from a video, a podcast, or even this episode, and you repeat it once. Only once. For example, I'll do it later. Let's practice. Repeat after me. I'll do it later. Good. Again. I'll do it later. Excellent. This habit builds natural rhythm and confidence. Now, the fifth small habit. This one is ending the day with one English thought. Before you sleep, you say one sentence about your day. For example, today was busy. Today was good. Tomorrow will be better. Let's practice one. Repeat after me slowly. Today was busy. Good. Again. Today was busy. Very nice. These micro habits are powerful because they are realistic. You don't need motivation. You don't need energy. You only need awareness. Even one sentence a day is progress. And when you repeat these small habits over time, English stops feeling like something separate. It becomes part of your daily thinking. In the final part, we will bring everything together and talk about what this kind of practice means for you as a real-world English speaker. Stay with me. We're almost at the end. Now, let's pause for a moment and bring everything together. Today, we focused on English for daily life. Not classroom English. Not test English. Real-world English. You learned how to listen during daily moments. You practiced repeating short, useful sentences. You trained simple, natural responses. You described actions and situations around you. And you saw how very small habits can turn English into a daily skill. This is the most important idea from today's episode. Real-world English grows when you use it in real moments, not perfect ones. You don't need special situations. You don't need long conversations. You don't need to feel ready. You use English when life happens. Here is the secret sentence I want you to remember from today. I use English as I live my life. Let's say it together, slowly. Repeat after me. I use English as I live my life. Good. Again. I use English as I live my life. Very nice. This sentence is simple, but it changes how you see English. English is no longer something you wait to practice later. It becomes something you touch every day. When you walk, you think one sentence in English. When you work, you react in English. When something is easy or difficult, you name it in English. When the day ends, you describe it in one calm sentence. These moments may feel small, but they build something strong. Over time, you stop translating so much. You stop freezing. You start responding naturally. And slowly, your identity changes. You are not someone who studies English sometimes. You are someone who uses English in daily life. That is the real goal. I want you to know this. Progress does not always feel loud. Sometimes it feels quiet. Sometimes it feels normal. But quiet progress is still progress. If you want to keep learning in this calm, practical, real-world way, I invite you to subscribe and continue with Daily English Whisper. We practice without pressure here. We build confidence step by step. And we learn together. My name is Alex. And I'm proud of you for staying until the end. Take care. Keep listening. Keep using English. I'll see you in the next episode.